What was the NHO? Cast your minds or your browser histories back to the beginning of Hermitcraft Season 5 and you'll probably find a lot of people talking about these three letters. Are you for it or against it? Which hermits will join the debate? Is it actually pronounced NHO?
No!
No, you don't.
But fast forward to the present day and you'll see a few comments confused about why the NHO hasn't made an appearance in the last, 50 or so Hermitcraft recaps. So, with the next update to Minecraft hopefully just around the corner and Hermitcraft Season 5 drawing to a close, we thought we'd take some time to revisit what the NHO was and speculate about why it ended with a whimper rather than a bang.
Whoa!
The NHO, or New Hermit Order, was a group formed at the beginning of Season 5 by B000100, Vintage Beef, Etho, and DocM77. Veterans of both Minecraft and YouTube, all four had been part of the Mindcrack server back in the day, and now there was a chance for them all to reunite on Hermitcraft. Doc and Etho were already established hermits, Vintage Beef had joined midway through Season 4, and B00's reputation as one of the community's most respected builders made him an easy fit for the group, not to mention his family connection to previous server members.
I would like to take a moment to apologize for my brother Pungence, who used to be on the server, but he's really bad at Minecraft.
The other side of B-Dubs' reputation, though, is an appetite for shenanigans. By the end of week 1 of the new server, the NHO had claimed ownership of a huge jungle biome and a nearby mesa, and were threatening to tax everyone who wanted to come looking for parrots and stained clay. They also started a light-hearted debate about AFK fish farms, a quick and hands-free method of obtaining enchantments like mending in the early days of the server.
You should just fish normal or get stuff the normal way. Whew, lucky I caught that one.
The NHO's philosophy, according to them, was to play Minecraft the old-school way, and AFK fish farms were cheating.
Now everybody up in arms because people doing AFK fishing farms.
Did they mean any of it seriously? No, of course not. You only have to look through B-Dubs' early episodes to find an attempt at an AFK fish farm built around the back of the NHO's starter house. Although whether or not that was built as a joke is unclear. But
As you can see from this tutorial, it doesn't work!
Tutorial.
It's a prank!
But DocM has been an ambassador for the technical Minecraft community for a long time now, and at one point in his series, he started duplicating shulker boxes using an end portal, which is objectively more cheaty than an AFK fish farm. It's also much more difficult to build and solves the problem of acquiring shulker boxes on an active server full of YouTube creators, so you could argue that it was a smart move, but either way, it's still far from old school.
Oh look, there's a zombie with a shulker box. Boom, we got two.
If you want some actual old school, by the way, check out Tinfoil Chef's Hermitcraft Season 5 series, in which he built a scale-up tribute to a co-star base built in 2011. Anyway, the NHO made an early decision to set themselves up as the villains of the server, or perhaps they were just misunderstood, but much like their inspiration, the wrestling stable NWO, they acted like heels. They visited Azuma's island and went through his stuff. They graffitied a mountain near the community area, and later, when Iskal and Rendog formed La Revolution to try and take them on,
Is that how they pronounce it too? La Revolucion?
La Revoluzione, I don't
La
know.
Revolucion.
Can we just
La
call them special
Revoluzione.
snowflakes?
they attempted to frame the revolutionaries by splashing their banner all over Mumbo's Guardian farm. Meanwhile, DocM built a giant skull in the jungle and started to lay deadly traps around the entire area. Traps which they had to actively encourage people to walk into, but still, deadly traps.
Python, please collect your taxes. They are in the chest.
Okay, right.
Whoa!
Vintage Beef set up watchtowers with armoured skeleton guards. B-Dubs recruited Python GB as a tax collector and laid down the smack talk in almost every episode. And Etho... What happened to Etho?
This has been like a disaster episode, to be perfectly honest. Now I'm at the point where I have to decide, do we go into a 4th day of recording, Or do I just release the episode because you guys are freaking out?
After an episode in which a lot of things seemed to go wrong for him, Etho logged off from the server and never really logged back on, as far as we know. Now, the widely held understanding is that Etho prefers working in his long-established single-player world to spending time on a multiplayer server that resets every year or so. He's also spent a lot of time playing vanilla Minecraft over the years, so we can't blame him for being a little burnt out on the game too. It doesn't stop him participating in series like Hardcore Hermits or Hermit Quest, but he never really left his mark on Hermitcraft Season 5.
This is Etho's his famous pit he's been talking about. He's so excited.
You guys have never seen a pit like this pit before.
This didn't stop BOO from using Etho as the excuse to protect the NHO Mesa, a turf dispute that would almost lead to a full-scale conflict with the Revolution and one of its key allies. Almost. Here's where we get a bit meta for a second. Roleplay is pretty common on YouTube servers like Hermitcraft. Having a storyline and forming groups encourages collab episodes between content creators. It gives the players a refreshing break from having to come up with new builds or redstone contraptions, lets them exercise their improv skills, and it gives the audience something fun to follow if they're tired of seeing the same old vanilla Minecraft gameplay. But occasionally, either the players or the audience might take things too far, and things get uncomfortable. In this case, a handful of overzealous viewers took to Stress Monster's comment section and left some pretty disrespectful messages. Most of them have now been removed from the videos, and many of them probably never even saw the light of day, but it still prompted a bunch of the hermits to take some time out of their videos and say, "This is just a game, okay?"
We are doing some stuff that's not actually real life, okay? The video game itself, not real life. Some of the "I don't like you, you're my enemy" stuff, not real life, okay? I know most of us get this.
To bring an end to all this awkwardness, a second meeting between Stress Monster and B-Dubs led to peace talks, and the two of them found out they had a lot in common. Their accents even sounded a little similar.
The calves were taking a poopsie.
Yeah. Having a poopsie on the lawn.
Having a poopsie, that's the one.
So B-Dubs became an honorary member of the Allium Alliance and retired to his jungle treehouse. Doc M's head got so big it exploded, and Vintage Beef turned the jungle into Jurassic Park with a little help from Cubfan and Scar.
A brontosaurus? A pterodactyl? Is there a T-Rex?
In fact, this is when Cubfan and Scar started helping the server a lot more, and they even dropped in to show B-Dubs where the Revolution's jungle base was. At this point though, the NHO was sort of done poking the Wren Skull Hornet's nest, even if they did occasionally drop by B-Dubs' treehouse project to let him know they were still there.
What's all this?
These occasional shenanigans aside, it seemed like Doc, Beef, and B-Dubs had committed themselves to a peaceful existence on the Hermitcraft server.
Etho, I did it, man. I did it. I got your pit. It's yours. It's ours.
But sadly, YouTube had other ideas, and here's where, once again, things get a bit meta. YouTube demonetization had reached its peak, and like many others, the remaining members of the NHO found their family-friendly Minecraft videos flagged left and right.
6 to 8 of my most popular videos are all not this like yellow $sign unadvertiser friendly. They're all just crossed out $sign.
With YouTube revenue becoming less reliable for pretty much everyone, they each took their own approach. B-Dubs decided to spend some time away from YouTube and Minecraft to reinvent himself as a Twitch streamer, playing some more grown-up games.
Yes, baby! Yes! Yes! Delicious!
Doc took a holiday and immersed himself in some other projects, eventually returning to Minecraft just to get hyped for the 1.13 snapshots along with the rest of the world. Vintage Beef's Hermitcraft series held on the longest, but after spending some time on a castle project in the jungle, he decided to switch tracks and make a vanilla series from his Patreon server. And you might think that would be the last we'd hear of the NHO, but you'd be wrong. The trio of Doc M, B-Dubs, and Etho made a return under the flag of the NHO when the first season of Hardcore Hermits came around. But their homecoming was cut a little short by everyone's favourite 1.13 mob, the Phantom, swooping down from the sky and eliminating them all in Episode 3. And if you don't feel personally responsible for that, viewers, remember, you voted for them. Will we see their like again? Will the members of the NHO return for the long-awaited Hermitcraft Season 6? Will they stick with the old-school approach or make new alliances with other hermits? We don't know. Heck, we don't even know when 1.13 is going to come out. We know nothing at this point. But even if the NHO never truly returns to the Hermitcraft server, at least we can look back fondly on the moments that made them legendary.
She's beautiful. I even backlit it a little bit.
Come on.
Hey, you know I could go all day.
Oh.
What?
What?
What the heck?
Built a giant portal with 4 portal corners.
It's kind of beautiful.
My dad is an ogre.
Very fine. That's nice. Anyway, back to our...
He is.
What is going on with this muscle you brought?
One more thing before we go, because I don't think we'll ever get a chance to address this again. Throughout B-Dubs' series, whenever you get a look at his Minecraft skin, it's slowly becoming more and more overgrown with this winding green plant. We even see him sleeping in some kind of pod made out of leaves when Cub and Scar come to find him at the jungle base. Now, you could suppose that maybe he's just doing his Rambo thing and sleeping rough and camouflaging himself in the foliage of the jungle. But at the time all this roleplay stuff was happening, we had a theory that he was maybe possessed by some kind of creeping jungle greenery, and that was why he'd get so mad about taxes, the Mesa, and the NHO. Or maybe we just wanted to believe he was doing it for the Vine. This video has been a production of the unofficial Hermitcraft Recap, written and edited by me, Pixel Riffs, with script supervision by ZloyXP. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed it, comment below with your favourite NHO moments from Season 5, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss future recaps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
I play Hermitron Go every day.